Hello, this is Reverend Don Lewis coming to you from beautiful Florida. And as you may be aware, with the recent holiday, it's been a while since I last did a vlog, but I'm very happy to be getting back into it. And today our question comes to us from Magenta. And Magenta has this question. Magenta writes to explain that she recently visited the home of a long-deceased ancestor, a place that she had never been and really had not heard about, yet she found herself feeling a great deal of emotion and a great deal of déjà vu. And she's subsequently come to believe that she is the reincarnation of this ancestor, and she would like to know my opinion of the idea that people may be reborn within the same family. And in addition to this, she'd also like to know my opinion of the theory that is currently rather popular about people inheriting the memories of their ancestors. So to the first question, yes, I do think that sometimes people will be reborn within the same family, and the soul will come back again and again within that family line because of the nature of its connection to that family line and because of the lessons that that family is working on. However, I don't think that this is always the case, but I do think that it is sometimes the case. And definitely souls will incarnate in groups, but sometimes those groups will come back to the same physical place or the same physical family, and other times they do not. I myself was definitely raised in such a family, and I was raised with the idea that we came back into this family many times. But I've also met many other people who do not seem to have that experience, so I would not regard it as being a universal, but rather something that can happen, depending upon the circumstances. So yes, sometimes souls will be incarnated into the same family, and other times they will not. Now, as to the second question, the idea of inheriting memory. Well, there have certainly been some interesting scientific studies about the idea of descendants being impacted by the experiences of their ancestors in a genetic way. Whether we would call this inheriting their memory or not is an entirely different question. But there certainly are people who metaphysically have believed that people will inherit memories from their ancestors. Do I? I really don't. I tend to think that if you find yourself having memories that are associated with a particular ancestor, either you are the incarnation of that ancestor, or that ancestor is around you as a spirit guide, and you're picking up the memories directly from them. And of course, the other possibility is that the emotions of those experiences have imprinted themselves so strongly upon the location that you could be picking them up in that way as well. But I don't really personally tend to think that we inherit memory in that way. However, it is worth pointing out that the soul will often be around the parents long before it is born. And so, just because you are born in a certain year does not necessarily mean that your spiritual experience of that family situation begins only in that year. It could go back considerably farther, even without the issue of reincarnation. So, these are all things to think about in terms of this question, and I hope you find them interesting, and until next time, may you blessed be. Reverend Don, super omnibus of incantations and invocations for all occasions. Marianne Kay and I created this massive compendium of magic and artwork for you to use in any way that you would like. There are literally hundreds of spells and hundreds of illustrations, which can be mixed and matched and used in many different ways. Check it out now at witchghoulstore.com. Pray for peace. Pray for love. Pray for stability. Pray for the nation where you live. Pray for the world.